Xbox just kicked off 2023 with a surprise hit in Hi-Fi Rush and a developer direct showcasing all new gameplay, and the studios behind them excited to launch this year with brand new games. Now the media buzz has begun for Xbox as we have a brand new interview with Xbox gaming boss Phil Spencer to discuss the future for the platform and how 2023 is just getting started. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today we're going to talk about a new interview with Phil Spencer discussing where the future of Xbox is heading and those 2023 release dates. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content, and let's hear from Phil Spencer himself about what's going on this year. Kat Bailey of IGN recently interviewed Phil Spencer and asked some pressing questions about the future of Xbox release schedule in 2023 and where they are sitting with the biggest exclusives that have been obscured for release date windows and the future of the biggest franchises coming in 2023. Phil explains what happened.
Yeah, I hesitate to get ahead of the launches just because I know there's some, and rightfully some, fatigue in the community about us saying, hey, just wait and tell. So that was one of the reasons it was nice to be able to launch Hi-Fi Rush during the show, to show that we can launch. And I look at things like Pentiment, which came out in November, is a really high quality game, but there has to be more. And when I look at Minecraft Legends, when I look at Redfall, I look at the work that we're doing at Forza Motorsport, one of my favorite franchises, Elder Scrolls Online, the things that we showed. I think it was important for us to show games, to show dates. I know there were some questions on the date on Forza Motorsport because we just had the year. Everybody should know, I mean, just the quality that Turn 10 puts into Motorsport, if you look historically, is going to be there in this game. That's the thing that we're first and foremost is most important, and we will come out with a date, no doubt, when we're a little bit closer. But I just wanted to reaffirm to people that this is a 2023 game. So as you said, like showing great games, showing gameplay for those games, and giving solid dates, I thought was important this early in the year.
Recently, Xbox and Microsoft shared financial information that showed that 2022's release schedule, with very few first-party games or big AAA games, had slowed down revenue streams, but somehow still showed growth and profit from Xbox Game Pass. Here is what Phil said.
We're at an all-time high for paid subscribers in Game Pass. It continues to grow. I'm happy with the growth. We set high internal targets, and people see sometimes we miss those targets, sometimes we hit them. But I'll always be ambitious about what we're trying to do. But our goal is to be a growing, healthy business. It's our commitment inside of Microsoft and what we're trying to do. And shipping great games in a regular cadence is important to that.
Xbox showed Redfall, Minecraft Legends, Forza Motorsport, and new content for Elder Scrolls Online, but is making fans wait a little longer to hear more definitive information about Starfield's release date and the state of gaming in development right now. Phil was asked specifically about big games like Redfall and Starfield releasing in 2023.
Redfall and Starfield are really important games. Every first-party game that we're building. In terms of the growth of Game Pass, it's been steady, and as we're adding new games and sequels to games, we see the continued growth. And sometimes the growth is in games that we expected, and then every so often, a Vampire Survivors, or now Hi-Fi Rush comes along and creates its own excitement. So sometimes you can predict the games that are going to drive excitement, and sometimes you get surprised. And I like that about our industry, that great games can come from many different places. Shipping Starfield, like that, these games are coming this year, and we've started the year off with their first launch into Xbox and PC Game Pass. I'm just really encouraged by the strength that Bethesda is going to show in our portfolio, and we're starting to see it already in 2023, and that's exciting.
343 recently saw a brunt of the layoffs that Microsoft had, with over 50,000 employees across the company. Several of those happen to be specifically with the Halo studio. Big changes with leadership are happening as Halo Infinite has mostly floundered since launch over a year ago, and Phil updates fans on the Halo situation and the future for Halo on Xbox.
Absolutely, but I'm going to start because I think sometimes it gets a little bit lost in the discussion about Halo and 343, which will always be iconic for Xbox. Is just the launch of Halo Infinite a little over a year ago. and the quality and of execution that team put into the game. I thought it was fantastic. And it's obviously we're talking about the following year, and I'll go into, I think there are some missteps that we made as a team, absolutely. But I don't want to take away from the fact that the team did a really good job delivering a great Halo game. I think reviewers commented on that. We definitely saw players last year playing and the success that game had. At the same time, when we launched that game, we know we needed to make some commitments to people about the content updates and our timing on those and the quality, and we didn't hit our own bar for doing that. And I believe in the team that's there, Pierre and the leadership team and the plan that they have. Pierre Heinz, he's the studio head now, has been on Halo for a long time. He's worked on Master Chief. He's done some great work there. The team has a very good plan. And what we're doing now is we want to make sure that leadership team is set up with the flexibility to build the plan that they need to go build. And Halo will remain critically important to what Xbox is doing, and 343 is critically important to the success of Halo. In terms of support studios and other things, like that's just part of development and having other partners help us. But the heart and soul of Halo is with 343 and the team that's there. And I have the utmost confidence in the team that's there and leading and the plan that they have going forward. Now I'm going to let 343 talk about the plans that they have right now, that people know they have the next season that's coming up and they're excited about that. They've got some other things, some rumored, some announced that they'll be working on. They're excited about the plan forward. I look at, say, like the work that they've done on Forge and the amazing support we've had from creators there. The timeline for Halo is always going to be one of those things in my mind that is part of Xbox lore, part of just the foundation of what Xbox is about. And I expect that we'll be continuing to support and grow Halo for as long as the Xbox is a platform for people to play. So I think the timeline goes on, aligned with Xbox, and I want to make sure the team's set up to succeed with that.
With one showcase already completed at the end of January, a Starfield dedicated showcase planned for sometime this spring or even as early as next month. Fans are excited about the confirmation that E3 in 2023 will be hosted by Xbox with a massive game showcase in Los Angeles. Here's what Phil has to say about the upcoming June E3 2023 conference.
Well, we pick our time for our showcase specifically so that we're there. I mean, E3 is just one of the seminal moments of gaming. I love the history of going down to LA, thousands of people there, getting to see great new things, the shows, that people showing new games, getting to see people in the industry, the fan events that we've had. And I definitely want that to continue. I mean, Xbox is on the board of the ESA, and I think a successful and healthy ESA is critical to what we're trying to go do. So we place our showcase like we always have done at a time where hopefully it's convenient for press and even consumers that are going to the E3 event, and we want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to help make the E3 successful.
It sounds like Forza Motorsport and Starfield are ready for a major release sometime in the middle of this year, or even possibly these games are being pushed just past the summer season to have a bigger launch in the games market, as well as a more complete and well-polished development cycle. Even with the rough roads that Xbox Game Studios teams have seen with development, Phil Spencer is in this interview very positive about the bright future for fans that are looking forward to playing games starting as soon as next month.
Every year is critical. I don't find this year to be more or less critical. Yeah, I feel good about our momentum. Obviously, we're going through some adjustments right now that are painful, but I think necessary. But it's really to set us up and the teams for long-term success. I look at 2023. I love the games that we have coming out. Redfall and Starfield, as you commented, will be exciting just given the timing with Bethesda now that they're kind of fully integrated into the organization. And when I think about the rest of the work that we're doing this year, it's going to be an exciting year. As an industry, when I think about this year, I do think about the state of production in AAA games, and games have become always become big. Every year people have bigger ideas and bigger plans for the games that we're building, but ensuring that teams are set up for success in the games that we're building. when we make commitments to our customers about when games are coming, we can deliver at the quality and the timing that we expect. I think these are good questions for us as an industry right now. And we're always learning, right? We're always evaluating the tools that we have and the process we have. And there'll be some great games in 2023, and this industry will continue to evolve and innovate in ways that hopefully delight players.
Xbox's 2022 was historically one of their lowest in their 20-year career as a platform holder, and with many of the major issues out of the way, it looks like Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda have a wealth of titles ready to release and some incredible support from third-party studios that have partnered with Xbox Game Pass as well as timed exclusivity with the Xbox platform. Fans are excited to see when the next reveal for Starfield will take place and what surprises the team has in store in June, but thankfully, we won't have to wait that long to see what's coming next. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I really like to hear from the actual leaders about what's going on and where they are with these games, because there's been a lot of excuses, especially for 2022, but this year is absolutely packed. And if you paid attention to the montages I made, there are a lot of games coming out, some 12 or 15 games that are partnered for Xbox Game Pass or exclusives. And then there are a couple games that I don't know if they're going to slip to next year, like Ark 2, but we'll have to see. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content so you'll get that notification. And if you want to further support the work we're doing here on the channel, you can join the channel membership below, or you can join the Patreon. Either of those get you early access to videos. But if you also want to hear more, there's the XNC podcast. That's a weekly show we do on Monday nights, 5 p.m. Pacific time. And that's more long form discussion with guests and interviews. You can check that out as well. But I want to know what you think about what Phil said. Are you confident that Starfield is going to hit sometime in the middle of the year, or do you think it's being pushed? Let me know in the comment section what you think of Phil Spencer's interview. And as I always say, please be nice.